And chat. How's it going, guys? 1 second. I forgot to close Poke Clicker. Save. Cool. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, I did play this game once before. I played it back when it came out on the DS, the re-release, which was like 15 to 17 years ago. So I have played it before. I only have vague memories of it, though, beyond it being great and having a great soundtrack. I do remember the twist of the final villain. I vaguely have memories of some things, so I may have an easier time with puzzles as I go. I did not play the extra case that got added in the DS re-release, so I'm completely blind on that. But we're going to be playing the whole trilogy on stream eventually. So we're going to play through the first one on stream, because people wanted me to re-experience it, get reinvested in the story, and have the whole thing on record. Yeah, it's been that long. Let me... Phoenix Wright DS release. Yep. It came out on the DS in 2005. So it's been 19 years. And I think I played it shortly after it came out. I remember playing it on the bus in my senior year of high school. I think. So yeah, that would have been a long ass time ago. Apparently, Phoenix Wright 2 and 3 came out before the DS re-release of Phoenix Wright 1, which is interesting to me. Especially since the DS re-release came out 4 years after it was originally released on Game Boy Advance. Anyways, yeah, time doesn't reel. We're all very old. It's been a long-ass time. But yeah, we're going to play through this. I'm not completely blind on it, but I do still have the spoiler warning in chat so that you don't talk about the final case or further games in the series. Morning, Minda. Capcom presents... Press the A button. Yeah, and so people don't tell me the solutions. True. Text skip. Hold the B button to skip text. Okay. Screen shake on. There's a screen shake toggle in the options? Huh. Vibration on. Text box. Transparency off. Language English. Display the game's credits. Okay, we're good. You may remember the murderers, but I doubt you remember how to uncover them. True. Spoilers, I read and wrote smut for this series on the live journal Kink Meme. Wow, that's a long time ago. Music's a bit loud compared to me. Let's turn the game down then. How's that? I don't know how I feel about it potentially having remastered music, because it could be really good, but part of the charm of DS games is the sound font, especially after Ghost Trick had such an excellent soundtrack with the DS sound chip. because the music is really built to be listened to on the hardware that it was played on. I don't think it was particularly constrained by the medium it was constricted to. This version also has updated sprites. Yeah, but that I would assume. You're not going to blow up a Game Boy Advance. Like, the DS emulator I played Ghost Trick on was fucking tiny. Is there a way to switch the music? None of the options. The DS version also had remastered music. True, but the Game Boy Advance sound chip sucked, so I'm not going to complain about that either. Ace Attorney, justice for all, trials and tribulations. Alright, let's get started. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Hello, Sanctferum. Glad you're alive with working internet. Gasp, gasp. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. The thing I hate about the first game is them showing the damned murder at the start of the cases. Wait, it shows the actual murder at the start of every case? It's not just the tutorial case? Only really the first two cases. Only the first two. Okay, cool. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, no shit, Mia. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. 1 second. I forgot to take some medicine. Larold. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Why? Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who, who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? Yeah, seeing the clear, crisp visuals of this looks really weird. It feels like they just took a smoothing tool to the DS sprites. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. Oh yeah. When I first played this, I was like 16 to 17. And so I was a kid. I did not really understand age differences in the same way I do now that I'm an adult. Phoenix is like 27 and Maya is 17. And when I first played the game, I shipped them really hard. And I'm going to be coming up against that and being heartbroken that there's such a big age difference. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. He's 24 at the start of the first game, still too old for her. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Don't tell them that, Phoenix! Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Well, don't shout at me, Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Later, love. Thanks for hanging out. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Cindy. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock! Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Cool. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently. I get it, Mia. I get it, all right? Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Well, it's Larry Butts, so we can't really count on that, Mia. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Don't look so smug, Larry. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. Passport United States of America. So this does take place in America. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Is that a localization thing where they added United States of America to the passport sprite? This takes place in quote-unquote America. Japanifornia, yep. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. Eat your burgers, Apollo, yep. Just like Revelation's persona, but not as terrible. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Was the phrase sugar daddy in use in 2001? Well, I guess it wasn't localized till 2005. Were people calling them sugar daddies in 2005? Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Sugar daddy is older than the 2000s, fair enough. She took that money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. Aren't you gonna object first, Phoenix? You gotta object first. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? No, Larry! That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Well, he didn't have the motive when she was killed. Yes, quite. Oh, boy. This is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Answer truthfully, Larry. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Metaphors that the Japanese justice system is fucked, yeah. I think in this case it's best to have him answer truthfully, because evading the question what do I do here? I am going to have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her. I forgot Payne's voice. Holy shit. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand. Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? So, I know that Phoenix Wright goes in for the puns. Are the puns in the original Japanese and localized, or is this a complete localization invention? Oh yes, newspapers, yes! Mr. Saw It, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. There are tons of puns in the Japanese names. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Naruhodo, Nick's Japanese surname, means I understand. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Landline phones do. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. It was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Early 2000s phone technology, yeah. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. I already know what contradiction there is. Going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Objection! There's the objection. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly... here's some good music. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Shut up, Payne. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Okay, heard the time. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out. He's going to talk about a clock chiming. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, I can't present yet until he's done with his testimony. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I do. I've got this one. See, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Present! Blackout record!
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw-It? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw-It? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Saw-It. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Nope. We've already entered the murder weapon. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. So, do I have to reach the point in the dialogue where where he talks about the thing I'm objecting to, or can I just present the evidence? Hearing the time. I have to reach the point in the dialogue where where they present the evidence I'm contradicting. Okay. Saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Objection!
Excuse me. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Ah, there's the music. Well, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw-It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. But how would he know that? As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. No, he knew the victim. Ooh, which do I say here? Witness knew it was a clock because he... Just going into the apartment wouldn't have... Yeah, this does actually sound like the DS version of the soundtrack. I'm glad. I'm gonna say knew the victim. What do I want to say here? Just going into the apartment wouldn't have let him realize that. But he did testify about not going in. I guess I'll say went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. That's a little bit of a leap, Phoenix. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Shut up. I hate you. Right in his face. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Oh, it's got a gauge up in the top right for how many times I can fuck up. All right, cool. I don't think that was in the original. Was that in the original? A gauge for how often you could fuck up? It was, huh? Okay. Originally, you had 5 exclamation marks. Better than the 5-strike system, it just looks different. Okay. Okay. So, let's go through these options. Examining the clock's batteries. Asking the neighbors wouldn't do anything because they probably wouldn't have heard it. Try sounding the clock. Hmm. Second game introduced a health gauge. The health gauge could be more generous than the exclamation point system or more punishing. One scary moment is just an instant kill. Ah. Interesting. Like a red check in Disco Elysium. I'm leaning towards try sounding the clock. I'm going to say try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, it is the thinker. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? Oh. It's 11:25. So 3 hours behind. 3 hours behind. Ah. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw It. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw It. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? You did that on purpose. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Well, obviously, yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim, beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Attorney's badge! No. Well, the only thing we haven't used yet is the passport. Is this going to be a logical leap where we say she had just put batteries in the damn thing? She was away, so the batteries ran out? Oh, we've already gotten everything we can out of the statue. The autopsy report wouldn't have anything relevant. The blackout record wouldn't have anything relevant. And the attorney's badge is a trap. So I'm guessing it's the passport. Don't give me hints, guys. Yeah, like, don't give me hints. What's the difference between 3 hours and 9 hours? Well, Alana's led me to think it's the blackout record. Jessup was able to delete specific messages. Okay. I'm going to use the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. Oh, she brought it back. She brought it back from Paris. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh. Order! Order, I say! You just fucking passed out. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Hell yeah. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew! I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. He still sat over his dead ex. Good. Oh, wait, no. I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Yeah, learn his name, Mia. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Where are you giving her the murder weapon, Larry? Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? So we got him off on incorrect information? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Oh. Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. My attorney's badge. What the heck is she talking about? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. Right, she gets murdered, and she's the victim in the next case. Now that the tutorial's done, doesn't she get murdered with the clock? We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, once you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Save your progress, yes. How many save files can you have? 10. Bring. Oh, wow, an actual cell phone. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. Why is the evidence not in the care of the police? I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. How old is Mia? She's got to be in her 30s, right? I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Wouldn't stop telling the time, huh? I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence, then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Mia's 28. And she's a chief lawyer at a firm? Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Eat your burgers, Apollo. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Oh, that was a piercing noise. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oh, we skipped over my birthday! September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay and Company Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Thwonk! Oh, that's a small-ass clock. Cogniferous, huh? Red, white, blue, America. Fuck yeah. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay and Company Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. There's pineapple on the table. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's, okay. I smell blood, and that can't be good. Okay, so I gotta move. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? And she passed out. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Didn't she die like 12 hours ago? All the talk of ages reminds me of that one guy in Trauma Center who was implied to have become a surgeon at like 16 or 17, was locked up for 8 years and was still like the best surgeon ever. Ah, anime. Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. It's a remaster. You gotta go through the script and get it right. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Oh, she wrote Maya in blood? No, he wrote Maya in blood. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. No clues here. Alright. Wait, slide. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. Oh, all right. A nice, luxurious place. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. It's painful to look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Alright, now I've seen everything from Mia. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Now I've seen everything there. Did it highlight stuff in yellow when you moused over things you could actually examine in the original, or is that an invention of the remaster? The Chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. That's a remaster. Yeah, I think I remember it being a pixel hunt in the original. All the Chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Man, CRT monitors! Surprisingly, the Chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. You couldn't mouse over things, stabbing the screen till you got the right one. Right, yeah. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. A perfectly normal office desk. The Chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. The Fay & Company ledger book. Everything is written in the Chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Maya over here? She is not. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oh, she's still here. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fay. Maya Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Yeah, that was definitely written by the murderer. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Excuse me. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Hey, there's the boy. All right, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa. Excuse me. Eh. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. Joyzy is a funny way of saying New Jersey accent. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, I'm not saying sorry, not a chance. I kind of want to give her agency and say it's up to you. But of course I will is probably more reassuring. I will say it's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. Hey, thank you. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. Maybe your older sister should represent you? I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. Well, thanks, Mia, I guess. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. That's plenty strange, Maya. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Oh, here we go. You and Nick are sharing brain cells. Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. Oh, not the medium thing. You recorded it. Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Let's ask you about spirit mediums before we get to the evidence. So you're an acolyte. Medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So... her name is Fae. Like ethereal fairy stuff. I never put that together in the entire 17 years of my Ace Attorney knowledge. I never put that together. God damn it. God damn it. So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Basically, every Let's Play I've seen have had the player saying the same thing as Nick, often nearly word for word. It's kind of uncanny. Finally, a protagonist who actually represents the player. Yeah, no, there's no way they're accepting that as evidence in court. Your cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. They didn't take her cell phone away. Alright, let's see how blocky this shit is in 2001. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. Is this Edgeworth's address? And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Accept? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? They're dead, aren't they? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10 o'clock. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. Sadly, also on brand for the Japanese legal system. Excuse me. I am going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom before we continue. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, I'm back. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's examine everything, though. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Ostentatiousness for ostentatiousness' sake. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. So the opposite of Mia's office. Whoops. Wait, the attorney badge is a real thing in Japan? Why would they need that? An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. To back up that they have the right to investigate. Wait. Hang on. So Phoenix Wright isn't making it up? In Japan, attorneys are detectives, and investigate crime scenes? A bit of exaggeration since the lawyers work with the police. Huh. September 6th, Fay & Company Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Detective Suede Shoes. Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Yeah, let's present him with my attorney badge. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Let's ask about Mia. About Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all. About Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Tell me about Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I'll bluff. Yeah, I'll bluff. Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Yeah, great rivalry between these two. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Corduan stricta, pal. Who was that? I'm glad Gumshoe is a plant enthusiast. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Alright, let's go back to Grossberg. See if he's in yet. No. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Oh, alright. I've already examined everything in here. That's not a lighter, that's a flask. One that replaces that poster with Goncharov. What if I present my attorney badge to Maya? Sorry, I've never seen that before. Oh, fair enough. Ah, I can talk to her some more. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So, then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Does blood actually have a smell? Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Tell me about your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. It does. I guess my fucked up nose has made it so I can't tell. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Your mother. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait. Did the police try to contract Maya's mom, and Manfred von Karma ruined her by, discrediting her? Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Alright, now let's try Grossberg. No. Oh, I gotta present him the conversation I had with my sister was recorded on my cell phone. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Back in the Nokia days. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. I'll tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Awesome. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Awesome. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. I'd better so. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Where was she so that I can avoid talking to her? Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Poor Gumshoe. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. All right, to the hotel. Gatewater Hotel. Room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. You know, like, yeah. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one, like me, who's going to have to cross-examine her. What's this screwdriver? Oh, the screwdriver that got used on the phone. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Let's look around the room. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. You don't know roses, Phoenix? Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. If I examine it again, she's gonna get mad, but it hasn't been checked off, so... What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay and Company Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Alright, let's talk to her. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big... vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please. Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Lore's ASMR special. Hey, if people want me to record some ASMR, you just gotta pay me. Miss May, could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well... Selling my voice's dignity for money. Listen, I'm very poor. Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. Tell me about this room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh, boy. What can I present to her? Let's present the badge, see what happens. Excuse me, but I'm a witness? Police witness? You understand? How can I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Alright, well, that's all we're getting out of here. Grossberg. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So, you're the one they say has been looking for me. That's a hell of a mustache. It's bouncing. I don't like that. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Oh, that's not a good reaction. Ah, yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. You just said you weren't. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? Oh, I can still ask him things. Mia. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. How about that painting? That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed! It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Let's present it. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Fair enough. Alright, let's go back to the detention center and break the news to Maya. 3:42 p.m. Detention center. Visitor's room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Oh, I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Just made the leap from Chrome to Opera GX because Chrome was just dying on my PC for some reason. Yeah, Chrome's a memory hog. I recommend Firefox, actually. It's what I use, and it's great. It doesn't track your information, and it gives you a lot of ad block and information tracking blocking options. It's also just really good. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Let's evidence. Examine the guard as I have been instructed to. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot! Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Yep. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? All right, let's see. Let's see it. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? The wiretap was removed from the receiver. There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Watching playthroughs of this game as a kid was how I learned what a wiretap was. Huh. Interesting. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. There he is. There's Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The man, the myth, the boyfriend. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Opening with Gumshoe, huh? All right. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Extremely hard evidence from our dick. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. All right, what am I, oh, press. I have a new button, okay. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Yes, listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. I've been to that room. You can't make anything out. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? Bear in the rain. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Buddy, she's incredibly pink. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Alright. What are my present options? Okay. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho! Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? I did! I'll say the killer. The killer? Anyone can see that. Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. Not what I meant. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. I cannot present at the moment. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do I have the autopsy report? I do. Death was instantaneous. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Shit. It was the day after the murder, right? Yeah. Yeah. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. Oh, no. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Despite all the shipping, I think the fandom collectively still hasn't forgiven Edgeworth for the updated autopsy report. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May. At your... Oh my god, her tits are jiggling. I'm sure that was more effective in the DS version where you could see it above the text. At your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Company law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy. Jiggle, jiggle. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Well, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. It's not the testimony that's firm here, Judge. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah, of course. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. 9 o'clock at night, I looked out the window. Where do I press her on not being able to see details through the window? Oh yeah, Edgeworth is definitely over the line there. I'll press her here. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Oh, this was the wrong point to press on. Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah, I'll go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh! Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. When I reach the end of her testimony, I can cycle back to the start, right? Yes, okay. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Ooh, which do I say here? Ooh... If I say you saw nothing, does that mean she couldn't make it out or she wasn't looking? I will say you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? I've been in that room. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. We do, because Gumshoe was there. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. This is a count. I did see everything. I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The Thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How do you know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination. Let's press her on the clock. Let's see everything I did. Victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The Thinker, I think? A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. Thinker? Let's present it! Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Just like your top. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? I like Edgeworth's voice acting. Like, he's always had a great voice actor. The voice actor is the same in later games, right? That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Or rather, a murderer. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? Well, I ask you some more questions, asshole. What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? You missed the prologue and the start of case 1, right? This is case 1. And that was a prologue before, or is this chapter 2? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. You most certainly did not. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? In the early games prior to the 3DS ones, all characters with voice speech bubbles are regular Capcom employees. For 3DS onwards, when cutscenes get introduced, they give them professional voice actors. I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay and Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Could she? Let's play it and see how loud it is. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Which of these do I say? Sam Riegel plays Phoenix in the modern games? They got Sam Riegel? Is he good? He loves the role. Cool. I mean, he's a great voice actor. It's just Sam Riegel? The objections have slightly less punch, but otherwise, yeah. Cool. Okay. I don't see a health bar, so I guess I can try this again if I get it wrong. I'm gonna say she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. And I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions. Quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung, I guess? Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Right, it's empty! That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Or rather, the absence of something interesting? Ooh, Kyle Hebert is Edgeworth. Interesting. It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Nope, it was removed beforehand, and I have the phone call to prove it. Right? That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. Man, this game does a really good job making it tense. Everything's a struggle in this game, and it's a very tense situation. I'd forgotten how good this was. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... It is Maya's cell phone, yes.
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Woohoo! You have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! How do you like it, Edgeworth? Look at the look on his face. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Too bad, this was handmade. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Ooh! Ooh! Oh? Excuses not on sale today? Oh, oh, ah! Jiggle, jiggle, alright. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Hee. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... She didn't hold it. She was never in the office. Sassy Phoenix is fantastic, yeah. You would... I'm going to say you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap time. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. I stole it. I didn't let the cops know about it. There was no chain of evidence. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Hell yeah! It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Okay. Let's check the transcript. Yeah, it's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? She did not do it. She wouldn't have had the opportunity. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Yes. Yes, you do. Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Oh, maybe she's about to. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Which tack do I take here? I'm leaning towards call the bellboy as a witness. By the way, I'm very pleased to find that I don't remember the puzzle solutions at all. I'm going into this not knowing how the game solutions are supposed to go. So the time I spent away from the game did work to make this like a blind playthrough. Do I call the bellboy or keep asking her questions? The bellboy's an important detail. I'm going to call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I'm not gonna give up! Accept a condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. He already had the bellboy on hand, didn't he? Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Why'd he bring the platter of food and drinks? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. I've watched too much Legal Eagle to enjoy this series without picking apart how wildly unethical and poorly run these trials are. Yeah, it's a horror show. It is a horror show, the Phoenix Wright court system. It's just awful. Legal Eagle's a fan of the series, isn't he? I know he's a nerd about some other stuff. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and stared down her shirt. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Yeah, this is a very obvious thing for lawyers to react to. There was an anime? Huh. I can only imagine, like, Death Note style thought battles between Phoenix and Edgeworth. Doctors playing Trauma Center is also very fun. Actually, aren't there like high-level doctors who play Trauma Center to keep their reflexes sharp? Or keep their precision sharp? Among other games? The anime is in the last 5 years, huh? You'd think they do the Death Note thought battles, but they don't, and it makes the anime pretty boring. Well, that's a shame. Beat-for-beat retelling of the games. Well, that's not bad. They do have incredibly dramatic pointing. head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. There's a live-action movie? Cool. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? Well, he recognized her voice, Phoenix. I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. And I... Are you talking about her tits? The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. I'll press him on that. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie, but I have to find something to use in his testimony. One more time. I'll press him until he spills the beans, or his tea. Alright, what do I have options to present? Okay. Autopsy report he doesn't care about. We've already used the cell phone and it's not relevant to what this guy is saying. Glass shards, I think, are a red herring. The clock is irrelevant to this discussion. If he wasn't in on it, he wouldn't know about the wiretap, and it's not really relevant to the discussion. The receipt is something irrelevant to him. The floor plans. Is there any way the floor plans could come into play? Oh, it shows the view from outside. That's relevant. Pressed him on that. Pressed him on that. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? He would have delivered it to her directly and locked eyes with her tits. Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embrasser, sir. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? Embrasse. It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest? Wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Shit. Okay, I have one question to ask. If I get this wrong, is it a game over? And if so, how far back will I be kicked and have to do everything all over again? Because if it kicks me back a ways, I may save before I do this. No game over. You go to options and save right now anyway. Yeah, that was my plan. Yeah, I'll save. Could ask him about the wine and glasses. If I ask you about the check-in, I'm going to ask him about, when you get a game over, actual question, how far back does it send you? To the start of the current encounter or to your last save? Just for future reference. What do I ask him about? Whichever of those is most recent. It's great to feel your tension at these critical thinking moments. Might be different in this version anyway. Yeah, this is a very tense game. I forgot how good this game was. I'm going to ask him about check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really, that she wasn't alone. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? I knew this would press about the other guy in the room. What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh. Oof. His grimace never gets old. His taking damage animation. You fool! I've done it. I've won. You've won this part of the case, anyway. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Judge sees where he's going with this. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. Duh. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. I'm out of breath despite having just stood here for the last couple hours. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Yes, I was. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Yeah, but I got one up on him, so I'm cooler. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her, I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Do I want to do more today? Do I want to do more today? I think there's quite a bit left of this chapter. And my throat's a little sore. So I think we're going to stop there and pick this back up tomorrow. Probably at 1 p.m., but I'm not sure. I'm going to be grocery shopping with my stepdad in the morning, and I don't know how much time that's going to take. But probably at 1 p.m. EST, we'll continue this story. Oh, man, I forgot how fucking good this game was. There's quite a bit left? Okay, yeah, I'm justified in my decision then. I forgot how fucking good this game was. It's so good. It's so well written. It's so tense. The puzzles make you feel smart for solving them. It's really good. Oh, I'm glad I picked this game back up. So good. That's going to be it for today. This whole thing will be up on YouTube probably by tonight, possibly by tomorrow. At latest by tomorrow morning. But it'll be up tonight. Probably. Then tomorrow will be Phoenix Wright. And Friday, Minda, Danny, Love, Teddy, and I are going to get together on call and talk about the games we played this year. Just get real deep into it. That's going to be a fun time. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.